And this project, though, I'm looking at is probably going to take a lot less time than I thought it was going to take. What's up, agents? Zero here. Welcome back to some more Unison SMP 2. This is episode 10. If you remember, last time I put together a redstone farm for Senzaki, and that's actually all the way out in the distance over in that direction. It's quite a ways away, but not too far from small. This episode, I want to open another shop because I want to show you guys something that I've been doing in between episodes. Take a look. I've got a ton of packed ice, I've got a ton of regular ice, I have a little bit of blue ice, and I have a whole ton of snow. And you might be wondering, well, how did I manage to get those? Well, I took down an iceberg in between episodes, just one iceberg, because there's a small iceberg that I found and I took it down. And apparently, I found out after doing some research that the ice in frozen biomes can actually regenerate, which means I could effectively make an ice farm without much of a problem. And the snow, well, let me go ahead and show you something. Actually, before I go ahead and go where I need to go, I need to take the shovel because I want to show you something. This is something that I did in between episodes that admittedly I should have done on camera. I will admit to that much. I will say that. So right here, I've got a little building right here. If I come down in here, I have two brand new farms right here, and apparently there's a little bit of snow in here. I didn't even realize that's probably from the snowman because he got out earlier. So I have a cactus farm. No, I did not find a desert. One of the new members on the server, his name is Wonky. He managed to find a desert and got some cactus, and I bought 5 cactus from him for a block of iron, so it's actually not too bad. And I've been doing some growing ever since I got the cactus, and it's done really well. And yeah, I've got this snow golem right here, and I know this looks a little bit weird because of my Pixel resource pack, but it works perfectly fine. So let's go ahead and get rid of this snowball. But yeah, this I put together because I can just do this, and I have infinite snowballs. So all I have to do is just make a stone shovel, which that's really easy to make. I've pretty much got endless amounts of cobblestone, not necessarily endless amount of wood, but cheaper to make the sticks. You guys should know that by now because you guys play Minecraft as well. But look at this. My shovel is pretty much half dead at this point, and look at this. I already have pretty much 4 stacks of snowballs. So this is actually not too bad, and the reason why I said I wanted to open another shop is because what I want to do is I want to sell these snowballs, and eventually I want to sell ice because I know how to make an ice farm, and I should be able to go ahead and make an ice farm without a problem, and I know exactly where it would be. So look at this. This is all the snowballs that I ended up getting just from one shovel. Not actually too bad, all things considered. And so let's go ahead and get started with this episode. So the first thing I need to do is I need to get myself a few materials. And the materials I'm going to be working with for this shop is I'm actually going to be using snow blocks. I know it's not really a huge surprise. I'm going to need some blue ice. I'm going to be using blue ice in this build. And I'm also going to need some torches. Actually, let me double checking here. Yes, go ahead and grab these torches. I'm not going to need that many, but I might as well go ahead and grab them. I'm going to need an iron door. I made a couple of iron pressure plates because I thought that would actually look rather good. And what else do I need? I probably am going to need a couple of shovels. Yeah, I'm probably going to need those. And I'm definitely going to need let me go ahead and get the materials that I need in order to get started. I'm going to need these signs as well. And I'll meet you guys over by where I'm going to be working. This should not take, admittedly, all that long. But I am going to need a few materials to get started. Let me go ahead and make some chests. There we go. And what else can I make? I can make least one sign. Anyway, let's go ahead and head over to where I'm going to be working in this episode. This actually isn't going to take me too long, but you guys probably don't want to see me walking over there. Alright, so I've already kind of gotten started a little bit. So this is pretty much where it's going to end up being. It's not going to be a big shop. It's kind of going to be like my redstone services shop, where it's not going to be very big. But all I'm going to be doing, again, is going to be selling snowballs and eventually ice. Once I get the ice farm going. And here's what I'm going to be making out of all these snow blocks. I'm going to be making an igloo. I know it's probably going to not look all that good. It's probably going to look really out of place, all things considered. But it's the design that I'm going to go for. It actually makes a little bit of sense. And I did do some research before I started putting this together. So this is not going to end up melting where I'm putting it. This is not going to end up melting. And the reason being is because these are snow blocks, whereas snow layers, which I was originally going to put some snow layers somewhere on this build until I remembered, yeah, I can't actually do that. I can't actually put snow layers on because otherwise those would actually end up melting. So I actually can't do that, and I think I made one too many blue ice. Not really a huge deal. But yeah, this is what it's going to be looking like. It's going to be like a little bit of a rounded dome. If that makes any sense, probably it does. And let's go ahead and put up, that's the last of my snow blocks in that stack. Okay, not really a huge deal, all things considered. So let's go ahead and get out the door. The door is going to go right here. And if I get out these iron pressure plates, I'm going to place an iron pressure plate right there. An iron pressure plate right there, and that is going to end up allowing people to get in and out of this place without a problem. And I thought iron would look the best strictly because, well, it's white on white. That's the only real reason why I did them. Why did that break? Why are these breaking? Are they melting? I thought they weren't going to melt. Maybe it's just block update lag, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's just block update lag. Alright, so now what I need to do, I need to go ahead and get out some of these blocks, and I need to go ahead, actually, before I do that, these next layers up are going to be 3 high, and I need to go ahead and get that done. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe the problem wasn't the fact that they were melting, because I did test this earlier on another world, and yeah, it is strictly block update lag is what actually ended up happening. And so now what I need to do is go ahead and place down one here, one here, one there. I need to go ahead and place a block right up there, just like that. There we go. And now I suppose what I could go ahead and do is place a dirt block just temporarily on the 4 edges like that, and then go ahead and place snow just like this. There we go. And this project, though, I'm looking at is probably going to take a lot less time than I thought it was going to take. Now I'm looking at it. Alright, so let's go ahead and take these up. And now what I need to do is go ahead and place at least 1 block down. And if I go ahead, let's go ahead and get out my blue ice. I actually didn't realize I made 1 too many blue ice blocks. It's not really a huge deal, all things considered. But I did end up having to craft at least quite a few, so not really a problem. And again, I'm not going to put snow layers on this. I was thinking about putting snow layers on this originally, but I decided against it because they would just end up melting, and I do not want them to melt because that's just going to waste snow. Alright, so let's go ahead. If it would scroll, that would be nice. Come on. There we go. Actually, let's put some torches around just like this. And so this is just basically going to be the entire shop. So let's go ahead and put this up. And I made a trap chest. I made one of these a trap chest because I knew this was going to be an odd number of chests. So I made a trap chest so that I could easily do that. So let me go ahead and set some signs up. This is going to take a little bit of time, but hopefully I'll at least get my point across. Alright, so here's what I've got done inside the shop. I've got snowballs, which are going to go right here. I've got snow blocks, which are going to go right here, and ice blocks, which are going to go right here. It says all items 3 iron per stack of 16, and this is going to be relatively easy getting the snow at least, because the snow, not hard to get with what I've got going. And oh yeah, by the way, I should probably go ahead and show you guys right here, Zero's Frozen Factory. Yeah, I made sure to go ahead and name it. I know for a fact that there is a certain video game, I think it's a Sonic video game, I'm not 100% sure, where one of the sets of levels is actually called Frozen Factory. I didn't actually name it based off of that, but I thought it would be a good name to go ahead and call my little shop. It's actually not too bad of a name, if I'm being completely honest. You guys might have a different opinion. So now that that is done, I do need to go ahead and get snowballs inside the shop, which again, those are not hard to get by any means whatsoever, and I should have at least, oh yeah, no, I ended up using all of my snowballs to make some snow layers because I didn't actually realize that I had completely forgotten that the snow layers would end up melting if I was not careful. So I turned all those into snow layers. I could simply just take those snow layers and turn them back into snowballs without a problem. I'm going to do that off camera because that is going to take quite some time for me to do, and it's going to be very tedious. You guys don't need to see me do that. And okay, so I don't actually have the snowballs in my inventory. Okay, fine, that's perfectly fine. So let's go ahead and okay, now it's raining. I did not realize it was going to rain, but then again, Minecraft physics, not really a huge deal. So let's go ahead and come inside, and let's go ahead and take these and set them into stacks of 16. There we go, and go ahead and start filling up this chest. There we go. Now, people can do pretty much whatever they want with these ice blocks. They can use it to turn into water source blocks, which that is a thing that you can do. I'm sure a lot of you probably already know that. You can also turn them into packed ice and then eventually turn it into blue ice, which it takes 9 ice to make 1 packed ice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it takes. And it takes 9 packed ice to make the blue ice. So let's go ahead. 14, 15, 16. Alright, and apparently that's all I can actually go ahead and put in. Not really a huge deal, but I am going to be working in between episodes to try to fill up the chests as much as possible. And let me go ahead, and what I can actually do is I can show you exactly where I'm getting all of my ice from. I realize that's probably counterintuitive, because then that would mean that any other person on the server would be able to get this ice for themselves. I realize that, but I'm trying to at least make a little bit of a service by at least selling this stuff to everyone. And I'm going to be working to get snowballs and snow blocks into the shop after this episode ends, directly after this episode ends, and right before I start editing the video. So it's actually not really too big of a deal. Let me go ahead and put some of this stuff away. And no, I don't want to put it in that chest. Let's go ahead and place it in this chest. And I'm going to be working, as I mentioned, off camera to go ahead and get everything that I need to go ahead and put, actually no, I don't think I need a boat to get to where I need to go, but I do need to go upstairs to my ender chest. Yeah, I made an ender chest in between episodes. It's possible I showed you guys this last episode, but I don't actually remember, but I do need my Silk Touch pickaxe. So let's go ahead and head off to where I've been doing all my ice gathering. Okay, so I'm coming up to where this ice farm is actually located. It's right in here. It's a good thing I have this on my map because that makes it a little bit easier, well actually a lot easier to get in here. And yeah, I sort of suspected a polar bear was gonna be in here since they do technically spawn on icebergs. Alright, I didn't want to have to do this, but I want to make this place safe for me to be in. So I need to take these polar bears, well, this one polar bear anyway, out. Because otherwise he's going to be a pain in the button. I did notice a while ago that the strays will spawn here as well. So that is a little bit of an issue. But yeah, this is where I am going to get all of my ice. All I have to do is break it with my Silk Touch pickaxe. And that is literally it. Just break it with my Silk Touch pickaxe, and I have endless amounts of ice. And it does, in fact, regenerate, or at least it's supposed to. I am noticing that it's not exactly regenerating like I said it's supposed to, but it is supposed to regenerate right in this spot. And yeah, it looks like it is, in fact, regenerating like I said. So yeah, this is where I'm going to get all of my ice. And obviously you guys can see where the coordinates are, so you guys could probably come and get it yourself if you're part of the realm. But here's the thing, I want to make this into a proper ice farm. I want to make an actual structure where we can easily get the ice, because right now the only method that you have of getting the ice is by letting it refreeze naturally, which that's kind of the whole point of an ice farm. But you have to break it while you are on the ice, whereas what I want to do is I want to make it so where you can be inside of a legit building, if that makes any sense, in order to get your ice. And I think while I'm here, I'm going to get at least one full stack of this stuff, which does take a little bit of time, admittedly, but it's well worth the effort. But yeah, this is, again, where I'm getting all of my ice from, so not too bad. I do need to be aware of drowns and strays that occasionally spawn. Yeah, there's this drowned right there, and I think he's no, he's not holding anything, never mind. Alright, not that really is a huge deal that he's here, but yeah, there was actually an iceberg that was originally here. You can see what remains of the iceberg with all the packed ice. But I took out the remainder of the iceberg because I actually needed the packed ice for a project that's going to be coming later down the road. Those of you who are in the SMP probably heard about this, but those of you who are just simply watching the videos for the sake of watching them, you may not be aware about this, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you anyway. So the server owner, Sid, wants to make a gaming area so we can build like mini games and stuff, and I needed packed ice in order to build a particular mini game. What I want to put together is a mini golf course, which that should not be too hard to make at all whatsoever. And I'm coming close to my full stack of ice. I think, is that the full stack of ice? No, that's only 63. Alright, you know what? I can go ahead and grab this one right here, and that'll make full stack of 64. And I can go ahead and take this over. Hold on. I see something burning off in the distance. What is that? Just a zombie. Okay, never mind. Because I did say that strays can spawn here. That's why I was wondering what it was. Yeah, this is where I'm going to get all my packed ice. Well, not packed ice. I can get packed ice if I really want to, but yeah. There is going to be a gaming area that's going to be coming at some point. We haven't fully decided where it's going to end up going. We haven't figured that out yet. But we have decided that we're going to do it. And like I said, I want to make basically a mini golf mini game, because that's kind of what we're going to be doing. And yeah, packed ice definitely going to help in that front, because that's obviously you're going to be throwing balls across the ice in order to try to get them into the hole for the end of the course, which that much is fairly obvious. Everyone really knows how mini golf works. It's pretty much the same as golf, but just miniaturized, obviously. But yeah, that's what my plans are, and I don't know what my plans are going to be for next episode. I know that's a complete 180 from what I was originally talking about, but I'm not entirely sure what my plans are for next episode, because I'm still waiting to hear from Amar to know where he wants me to build his automatic chicken farm, because he did place an order on an automatic chicken cooker. I did say that quite a few episodes ago, and I'm still yet to hear from him. So I don't know whether or not that's going to be next episode, or if the ice farm's going to be next episode, because I looked it up online and I know exactly how to make an ice farm. It's not all too complicated, but it does take a few resources to go ahead and get started. And I want to make a rather decent building for. I don't know what I'm going to design it out of, and I think if I remember correctly, I was talking with MCPE Matt, and he said he wanted to help me with the design of this place, which I'll be honest, I actually don't mind getting help from him on that, because that would actually be really good to get some design help from someone else to go ahead and get something like that done. And let's see, I've got decent quantity of ice left. I still need to get snow in here, obviously, and other than that, this shop is actually completely done. Obviously, I did complete it a little bit ago. You guys already saw that, but not too bad. Anyway, with that out of the way, I think this is actually a good place for me to go ahead and end off the video. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure that like button. One more, make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCP0 to stay updated. This has been Zero Studios. Thank you guys for watching, and with that, I will see you guys later.